Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand. She's Warren County's Extension Agent for Horticulture. Good morning, Kristin.
Good morning, Kristi.
Well, Kristin, February is American Heart Month, and it's also the month for Valentine's Day. And we know that chocolate-covered strawberries are one of those popular gift items. Kristin, today you're going to talk to us about how those might be an actually even healthier treat than we may realize.
We're actually going to be showing everybody how to make dark chocolate covered strawberries. And you know, like you mentioned there, it's Valentine's Day. Chocolate's the #1 type gift that's given for Valentine's Day. And dark chocolate has a lot of health benefits to it. So we're actually doing dark chocolate and dipping them with the strawberries on top. And it's something that you can make at home. It's very simple. You know, you can save money by doing it at home. And then too, when we talk about the health benefits with dark chocolate, there's a lot of great things that it does for our heart, especially for, you know, February. And so the interesting thing about dark chocolate is that chocolate is actually a tropical crop, you know, like we can't grow it here, but, you know, they actually take the chocolate from the pods of that particular tree and then they process it. And so whenever you're buying dark chocolate, try to look for some that are at least above 70%, because you're going to retain a lot more antioxidant levels and also a lot of minerals that way.
And it's going to taste great.
Yeah, the best part's going to taste great. We actually have a pint of strawberries that we purchased from the grocery store because it's out of season for us. But basically, you want to just go ahead and wash those and make sure you remove all of the water from it. I always like to kind of push the stems back a little bit, the green part where the leaves are at, so that way I can make sure it gets nice and dry, because water and chocolate do not mix. So make sure that you go over it a couple of times before you start this process. And the other thing I want to mention with the chocolate too, or the strawberries, before you get ready to add the chocolate, is that the strawberries need to be at room temperature.
Okay.
Because the cold coming from the fridge will do some condensation. But the way we've melted our chocolate is that we've taken a double boiler. I didn't have one, so we created one by using just a pan, putting an inch of water in the bottom. You want to come that to a boil, and then we just stuck a glass bowl on top of it and added our chocolate until it was nice and melted. So you just kind of want to go slow on that. You don't want to burn it or anything. But once the chocolate was nice and melted, we actually put a tablespoon of shortening in it. And the shortening, what it does is it simply just helps it be nice and dippable when you do the strawberries. So then after we did the shortening, added that and got it all nice and melted and incorporated, you can take your strawberries, and we had a pan here that was lined with a little bit of parchment paper to help with the chocolate hardening up. But basically you take your strawberry by the leaves and basically just drop it in the chocolate and roll it nice and around in the chocolate until you get it nice and incorporated on the strawberry. And then take it back out of the chocolate and let it just kind of drip naturally. Sometimes you might have to tap it a little bit and then just add it to the parchment paper. And you're going to do that a couple of times. Like I said, we have about 20 strawberries. And the fun part that we did was adding a little bit of some sprinkles on top. You can do it in a bowl if you like, but we just sprinkled it and it was a lot of fun.
Well, Kristin, I see that the chocolate is so smooth and glossy, and that shortening helped with that.
Yes.
Kristin, earlier you mentioned that we were going to save some money by doing this ourselves.
Yes.
Because we know that when we buy from somewhere around town, it is going to cost us more because these do take time.
Yes.
And you are paying for that labor.
Yes. So we roughly estimated about less than $25 for the cost. And again, you know, it's fun to do it at home. And two, the best part is you get to reap the health benefits. You know, a strawberry is like 9 calories, but if you add the dark chocolate to it, you're looking about 115 to 135 calories for a large berry. But it's great fun, a great way to save money and enjoy that heart, you know, as you're consuming the dark chocolate this season.
All right, Kristin, thank you so much for being here today and showing us some of the benefits of eating dark chocolate-covered strawberries this February. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.